Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart.
Another cold day. Right now, 33 degrees. High today, 47. It's a chance that we'll get that warm because the sunshine will be out this afternoon. But in the meantime, some snow showers. Another morning with some snow on the car.
It's just discomfort. That's what you experience, and it's nasty. So I hope it gets nice tomorrow. Is it supposed to?
No.
Oh.
No. All week, cold and wet. So that's it.
Well, it's a perfect day for tax day.
Yeah. It's
Tax
the deadline.
Day. It is the deadline. You know, I have friends that have not filed taxes in decades. Do you?
I was over at Willis and Jurasek yesterday, and there were people pulling in. I thought it was a fast food window had been
Oh,
added.
yeah. I don't know what I'd do without Willis and Jurasek. I would just like to say that right now. I have no idea. But yeah, what happens to the folks that don't do anything with their taxes for like 10 years?
The IRS eventually catches up.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it takes years and even decades. But when it does, I think they want all that money. So everything all set here? Everyone done with their taxes in the building? Yep, perfect. Good.
Yeah, good luck. You still have really several months because you can file an extension today. It's super easy. You don't even need an excuse. You just file it. And you can do it online too.
Yeah, you can. And then you can spend your tax return on a snowmobile, if you like. Have you ever done that? Have you ever set aside a tax return money to put towards something that you're willing to share?
I think so. No,
I haven't either.
Have you?
Not really. No, I don't think so. Maybe a car once. I don't know.
Yeah, the key is to not have a tax refund because the government's just hanging on to your money, not paying you interest. So,
How about that? Hey, good news for Cedar Point goers. And I have not been to Cedar Point in 22 years. Is that amazing? When's the last time you've been?
Probably even longer.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we'll ever go back. My daughter's getting at that age where it feels like Cedar Point's in our future. They've lowered the price from $85 to $80 this year, if you buy a ticket at the gate. But they're normally $49.99.
$80 to go. To
You
see.
buy them online, they're like $50. But if you are like one of those families that just drives and then parks without doing any arrangements, and then you go buy them at the gate, you will pay $80.
Cedar Point is having hiring fairs every weekend between now and the start of park season. They can't find people to work there. Apparently not enough kids in Sandusky that need summer jobs.
My Aunt Kristen worked there for a summer. JTV's Matt Green worked there for a couple summers, and I've heard it's like college spring break for the employees, so sounds like a fun place to work.
The Fox trial begins today, unless they come to a settlement. Yesterday, the judge delayed the trial start to today because there was talk that they might be settling, but it's expected to start today. Fox News being sued by Dominion Voting, $1.6 billion.
Is that all?
For fake news.
Wow. 1.6, how much?
$1.6 billion.
Billion dollars.
Dollars.
Speaking of lawsuits, I saw NBA player Ja Morant is filing a countersuit against the teenage boy that threw the basketball at his face.
Yeah.
So there you go. A lot of lawsuit news.
He invited the kid over to shoot some baskets.
I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah.
Come on over, let's play horse.
In other sports news, Philadelphia Eagles' Jalen Hurts became the highest paid player in National Football League history yesterday. He agreed to a 5-year, $255 million contract extension.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, if we would have bet on something like this when Jalen Hurts was benched for Tua in the second half of the national championship game, would you ever think 5 years later he'd be the highest paid player in the league? No. Amazing. Absolutely crazy. But he's a winner.
Yes. And who actually pays for Jalen Hurts' salary?
We do.
We do.
The fans. The fans.
Yeah.
Big city, Chicago. Gosh, have you seen the shenanigans that's going on in Chicago. I was getting ready to plan my summer visit, but then I changed my mind because hundreds of teenagers had taken over the street in downtown. And if you've seen video of it, it's just nuts, just blocking traffic, jumping on cars, fighting. 2 teenagers were shot at Millennium Park, which has led Chicago police to have a curfew bag check. And it's just nasty. It's a horrible look. Who would want to go there?
Well, Chicago is a wild, wild west because of the deeply ingrained political system.
And there's not enough money. There's no money for the police. There's not enough money.
It's a mess.
It is. They do not follow the same set of rules, procedures, and law and order that most of the rest of the country has. It is a different world for sure.
Good news, McDonald's is bringing back the Hamburglar.
Oh.
Yes, and they're improving the products. They announced yesterday that they are going to make some improvements to the Big Mac, the McDouble, the hamburger and double cheeseburger. Softer, pillowy buns are...
Wait, what?
Softer, pillowy buns. They're improving the melt on the cheese. They are getting juicier caramelized flavor from adding white onions to the patties while they're being grilled, and even more of everyone's favorite Big Mac sauce. So more Big Mac sauce on the Big Mac, and the Hamburglar is coming back in commercials. You know what the Hamburglar says?
I don't know if he says anything.
He does.
Really?
Rubble, rubble.
Really?
Yes. That's what he says. Rubble, rubble.
The Hamburglar. Okay.
He knows just that one word. But I don't think they could improve the McDonald's hamburger. I love it just the way it is.
Well, I mean, the soft, pillowy buns, I mean, those are going to be worth a try.
Hold on, though. It won't roll out in our area until maybe 2024.
Oh, my
They're
gosh.
starting in the West Coast.
Where do they start? West Coast. Everything
West
always
Coast.
starts on the
Yeah.
West Coast and then works its way back here. The ORS Race Series Family Service and Children's Aid Run is happening on Saturday, April 29th. You can sign up at orsraceseries.com. A 5K run, walk, and a kids run, 8:30 a.m. at Middle School at Parkside, presented by JTV Experience Jackson, Fortress Cafe, and M&K Jetting.
Does it seem like there's less people around these days?
I was just thinking we have way too many people, but I guess.
Well, according to Bridge, Michigan, declining population is occurring in the state of Michigan.
What?
Deaths outnumbered births in all but 7 counties in Michigan in the year ending July 2022, according to new census figures, a result of the state's aging population and the devastating impact of thousands of COVID deaths. In Jackson County, our population declined because since 2002 through last year, we had 692 deaths and 309 births.
What? Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah. Say that again.
692.
From what days? Oh, 2 years.
2 years.
I thought you said 2002. I almost fell out of my chair.
Since 2020 to 2022.
How many babies has Chris Brown had during that same time?
He doesn't live in Jackson County. So we had nearly 400 more deaths than births in Jackson County last year. So our population declined by that many.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Washtenaw, you can see the in the map from Bridge, Michigan. Washtenaw, Kent County, they had an increase. Births exceeded deaths. Wayne County, wow, more than 2,000 deaths exceeded births. That's another decline. You know where they're all going? Besides dying, Florida,
Northern Michigan.
Florida.
Florida. I thought there was just a study that Michigan's going to be the most desired place to live in
It is.
2040. I don't
We've
know
got
why
the
people aren't
water,
buying
you know,
it.
the Colorado River is being,
Colorado River will be dry in 2 years, they say.
the government is saying there's how much water you can take from the Colorado River to each state, and and so we don't have hurricanes. Typically, we don't have
Typically, we
earthquakes.
don't have tornadoes, but
Well,
that's changed over
yeah.
the last 10 years.
Also in Florida, yesterday, Governor Ron DeSantis, continuing his battle with Disney, he said he's going to restore power to the local government board that was taken from Disney. And the governor said the state is going to inspect the theme park rides.
And I know this news excites you a lot.
And he said, we might just put a prison next to Disney World. He actually said that yesterday.
I don't think that happened. It's a lot of property, so well, that's exciting. I'm anxious to hear about your next visit to Disney World, when that will be, and if you ran into Ron DeSantis when you were there. I don't think you
So
will.
I don't think Ron goes.
I doubt he does. Today's show brought to you by Sonneborn Orthodontics, Jackson's most trusted name in orthodontics for over 30 years. Thank you to Dr. Sonneborn and staff for helping us bring you today's morning show. Cascades, they are hosting a spring thaw. Hopefully they'll have better weather than today. It's April 28th and 29th. You can sign up at Cascades website or their Facebook page.
I want to say hi to Rebecca Davies, who watches our show every day. Rebecca Davies, thanks for watching and tuning in. Rebecca watches on streaming platforms, which you can do as well. Roku, View It, and more. Find us everywhere, online, as well as here on JTV. We've got the police blotter today. It comes to us from Oregon State Police. And at approximately 7:23 p.m. last Wednesday, Oregon State Police responded to Interstate 5 near milepost 192 regarding a report of U.S. currency being thrown from a vehicle.
What?
Yes. Police located the vehicle, contacted the occupant, Colin Davis McCarthy, 38, of Eugene. He stated he was doing well and wanted to bless others with gifts of money.
How much money?
$200,000 he threw out his car window along the interstate.
What?
Yes. And as you can imagine, caused a traffic jam and backup and just craziness. They said they didn't ticket him, but told him that it was essentially littering, and they gave him a warning.
Did he get all the money?
All the money.
Really?
And if you were to go there today, you wouldn't find any because people have been going there looking for
Really? It's probably all blown away as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, I need to thank David Rice, not the one here, but his father. He brought me back a hat from the Masters.
Oh, really? They went to the Masters?
Yeah, Dave's father went.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, brought me back a hat. So
This
thank you
would have
very
been-
much.
Would this have been a good year to go or a bad year to go?
Any year would be a good year. Yep.
With all the rain delays?
You
and
just
the
deal
cold
with
weather?
it, right? It's still the Masters. Still the Masters. Let me tell you about. I forgot what I was going to
Loves
tell
Living
you
in
about.
Jackson.
Love Living in Jackson, yes. Heather Herndon presents Love Living in Jackson each week. Heather reminds us why it's great to live here. And this week we're highlighting the Jackson Symphony Orchestra. The Jackson Symphony Orchestra is the musical leader in the Jackson area. This year is their 73rd concert season, providing world-class music and music education to the Jackson community. Visit jacksonsymphony.org to see their concerts, music on tap, and community music school offerings. Thanks to Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team, which added another Herndon, Lloyd Herndon,
Lloyd.
and everyone at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services here in Jackson.
Yes, Epic Mahler is the final subscription series concert of the season for the JSO, and it should be epic. There are perhaps some high school athletes not too happy this week with the
Perhaps,
weather.
yeah. It was a light scoreboard. Let's get to it. Our Extreme Dodge scoreboard brought to you by our friends at Extreme. A lot of cancellations. All of those baseball, softball, track, and golf things we put up yesterday, all washed out. We had 2 soccer games. Grass Lake 8, Hanover Zip. Grass Lake earned its 2nd win of the season, and then Tecumseh improved to 6-0-2 on the season with a 3-zip victory over Jackson. We'll pop up today's on-deck schedule. We'll see if any of this stuff happens. I wouldn't want to play. Brandon, would you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if you're young, you want to play. Soccer, you can get going a little bit.
Yeah. Soccer, track.
You know, baseball, softball, you can layer a little bit in those sports. Golf, you can layer as well. Tennis, that's a little difficult. So.
Boy, when it's cold and your ball hits the club, you feel that in your
Yeah,
hands.
it can ruin your entire day. So yeah, we talk so much about the weather. Let's take a look outside at our hometown heating, cooling, more sky cam, and it looks nicer than it appears, but it's a frosty chill. There's Jackson High School. Thanks to Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More for helping us bring you the sky cam and weather each day. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com.
Kindergarten Roundup begins today for Jackson Public Schools. They're doing it at each school on a different day. First day at the beautiful new Cascades Elementary. It runs from 5 to 6:30. They want you to get there early because it's a whole program. There will be snacks. They'll teach you. They'll teach the little kids how to
Tie your shoes?
juice box.
Oh, the juice box.
Yes. How to
Capri
open
Sun straw entry.
Yeah, it's a whole segment on straw entry of the juice box. 'Cause that's
Brandon,
a
when
big-
you were a kid and the straw broke in half, was that a round ruiner for you? I mean,
Those Capri Suns are really difficult. You gotta
Right.
stick them in on an angle.
on an angle, but
So hard.
yeah, if it's your first day, you're holding the Capri Sun and then
Still
you
tough.
squirt the
I still
lunchroom
can't.
aid
I
in the
still
eye.
can't open a juice box or a
Really?
Capri Sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I'll use scissors,
Go
cut
right
the
through the
top
bowl.
off. I'll
Yeah.
use a pencil. I'll
Yep.
do anything.
Well, it's so people can't get in those juice boxes.
Who's on the show today?
We got a great show lined up. We're going to get things started with Dr. Tim Peterson right after this quick commercial break.
Creating unforgettable memories. CascadesManor.com.
I know pain. The one that starts at your ankles, settling in your back, keeping you from competing. Sydney, 2000. Preparing to compete, my leg wouldn't move. My dream interrupted. The team chiropractor knew exactly what to do. I went from out of the game to in competition in 3 days. Today, I am a chiropractor, relieving the pain, enhancing performance. Go to beyondthepain.org to find a chiropractor or learn how to become one.
To perform your best, high school athletes and their families can receive a complimentary consultation by visiting docpen.com.
Are you struggling with your mental health? We can help at Michigan Psychological Care. We are here to help strengthen your relationships, your interpersonal connections, and help you find yourself. Contact us today to live the life you've always dreamed.
Hi, I'm Tim Horsch, founder and owner of the Loyal Handyman General Contracting. For over 25 years, our respected firm has specialized in high-end design, renovation, and new builds. From conception to completion, we handle the entire project, giving our clients the peace of mind that the renovation will be completed efficiently and beautifully. Our award-winning designs are magnificent showpieces. One-of-a-kind craftsmanship from a one-of-a-kind firm. Let us create your dreams.
The Stunt Dog Experience is back again this year at the Jackson College Potter Center. Chris Perandi's Stunt Dog Experience is out of this world with a cast of performers and dogs who will delight audiences of all ages. All the dogs have been rescued from pounds and shelters across the country, and the show's mission is to promote animal rescue, pet adoption, encourage spay and neutering, and encourage people to spend more time with their pets. For tickets, call the box office or visit jccmi.edu/Potter Center.
Our first guest on the show today from Henry Ford Health, Chief Medical Officer of Henry Ford Allegiance Medical Group, Dr. Tim Peterson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Great to see you both.
Yeah, great to have you here. Before we jump in, we should probably explain a little bit about what Henry Ford Medical Group is and who's a part of that.
Sure, that's a great question. So I want to start actually by defining what a medical staff is and also what a medical group is, because those two terms sound really similar, but they're actually really different things. Every hospital in America has a medical staff. So any doctor, nurse practitioner, PA who practices medicine or surgery in that hospital has to be a member of that medical staff. They have to follow the hospital rules, they have to have their quality supervised. There's a lot of things that go around practicing medicine or surgery in a hospital. A medical group, which is what the Henry Ford Allegiance Medical Group is and what I'm the leader of, is an employed arrangement for physicians, nurse practitioners, PAs, what we call advanced practice practitioners or APPs. So that employment arrangement creates a group where we all come together, share resources, supervise each other, share benefits, lots of things that you can do as a collaboration in a group. The Henry Ford Jackson Hospital has a medical staff that includes many community providers who may be watching, may be taking care of people who are watching, and they practice in that building, medicine or surgery in the hospital. The medical group is the employed doctors, employed nurse practitioners, and PAs that also practice in that hospital, but also practice in the community, the primary care doctors, the surgery office, and those sorts of things.
So 6 months as in this role for you. How's it going so far?
It's been fantastic. We have a really great team, some of the most dedicated, smart, caring people that I've had an opportunity to work with in my career. It's been really a pleasure to get to know them, to get to know the community as well.
Just last week, Henry Ford Health, along with all the major hospital systems in the state, announced a relaxation of the mask mandates. And for people working in the hospital, that's got to be great news.
You know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword in some respects. I mean, on the one hand, absolutely yes. It's great to be able to see smiling faces and interact with each other and with our patients in the way that we're all traditionally accustomed to. It's fantastic that the pandemic has gotten to a point where we all feel like it's safe to be able to do that. On the other hand, people still get COVID, and it can still sometimes be a serious illness. And so there is that kind of give and take, and we do have to make sure that we're wearing masks when people are sick. But we do have the freedom now when people are well and in common spaces to be unmasked. And it is really nice to be able to see each other full face again.
I think everyone over the course of the pandemic, well, maybe they thought they did some research, but everyone kind of became a little bit interested in healthcare, I think, over the course of the pandemic. What excites you about the future of healthcare here in our county?
Sure. So what really attracted me to this role was Henry Ford's commitment to the community and to the people that live in that community. There's a lot of opportunity here both for the Jackson Hospital, but also for the medical group, which I told you earlier is all the doctors and nurses that are practicing in our outpatient clinic buildings. There's a lot of opportunity to serve this community in a lot of ways that maybe we haven't traditionally been. And so part of my job is really envisioning that growth, envisioning that future, listening to the community about what the community needs from us, and helping build a diverse medical practice that's able to meet the needs of that community. So anybody that takes on this kind of job really likes the idea of building something big and grand and seeing the benefit that it's able to serve for the people around it. And that's really exciting because there's a lot of opportunity ahead of us.
So if we need a certain specialty in the community, if we don't have enough providers in that specialty, are you part of looking for beefing that specialty up?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing liver transplants at Jackson Hospital anytime soon. I don't think we'll be doing heart transplants anytime soon, but I think there's lots of things that we could potentially do more of or differently than we might already have been. And so it's just a huge opportunity for us to look around the community, see what the community's needs are, and figure out a way for us to be able to build that here safely and responsibly.
Yeah, I think like dermatology is an example where I think the health system and the medical group looking for dermatology practitioners for the area.
So that's a great example, one that I heard very early on when I started here in December. And I've actually reached out to some colleagues of mine that have a lot of experience managing dermatology practices to try and understand what it would take to successfully build a dermatology practice here in Jackson, in the city of Jackson, in the county of Jackson, to meet the community's needs. And it'll be a bit of a challenge, but it's, challenges are why you sign up for jobs like this. So.
Dermatologists like to go to Naples, Florida.
That's where all the skin cancer is down in Florida.
So I don't have a medical ailment that I know of right now, but
Usually Andy
I
likes
always
to.
have a little something going on. Let me ask you about food poisoning.
Sure.
Can you catch food poisoning from someone that has food poisoning?
Well, food poisoning is a
right.
colloquial term that generally means a lot of
ache.
vomiting and or a lot of diarrhea. So it can be caused by a lot of different things. And sometimes, yes, if it's caused by an infection in a person's intestinal tract, absolutely yes, it can be contagious from person to person. Most things that we think about as food poisoning are actually not an infection in the colon, but a bacteria or a toxin that was in a food product. And then once that toxin passes through your system, your symptoms are all better, and you can't really pass the toxin on to another person.
Yes, and Andy has that question today because we have an employee who is not here today because of food poisoning.
That employee made a great choice. And
Yes.
please wash your hands before you come back to work.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
I think the whole family's down with the old FP.
Yeah, it runs through the house.
Yes. I guess it can.
It can. I think I know how it started.
I do too.
actually. Yeah. So all during the pandemic, we were, as a community, supporting the healthcare providers, our everyday heroes. As we're hopefully at the tail end of the pandemic, the support of healthcare providers is still important. What's the best way that we can continue that support?
That's a great question. I really appreciate the perspective on that question. It was really gratifying as a practicing doctor, also as a leader of medical group, to see that community rally around the providers, all of us, whether it's the housekeeping staff keeping the place clean, whether it's the nursing staff, the folks answering the phone. I think everybody in the organization felt that community support for the work that we do to help that community be healthy and well. I think the single most important thing any of us can do for our provider team is just to say thank you, truthfully. I mean, we all went into this profession because we wanted to make a difference in the lives of others. And just hearing a simple thank you is all any of us really need to feel that reward in our day. But we're also ready to hear anything else that the community needs from us. So actively engaging in your care, talking to your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your care team about what the barriers are for your care, what you need in order to be healthy and well. That's the stuff that we want to be able to do for you. So giving us that information helps us do our jobs better, which is incredibly rewarding as well. And that's really all we need from our patients in our community.
Do you remember what it was that inspired you to get into healthcare?
I really just wanted to spend my time in my profession doing work that I could believe in and felt like made a difference in the world. And I chose, so I practice in the emergency department here at Jackson Hospital. I chose to be an emergency medicine doctor because I just wanted to be able to take care of anybody that walked through the door. I love catching babies. I love treating heart attacks. It's really awesome to be able to cut somebody's chest open and massage their heart and keep them alive. Like the things that I get to do as an ER doctor is incredibly diverse and incredibly rewarding.
Wow.
And the stuff I get to do as an administrator builds the environment for doctors and patients to be well. So I get to work on both sides of that fence. I have the best job on the planet, and from my perspective.
Catching babies. You're not throwing babies around, are you?
No, of course not. We catch them gently.
Shop talk.
Yeah.
That's doctor talk for
Shop talk, yeah.
delivering a baby.
Delivering
That
babies,
is very
which
good.
mercifully does not happen much in the emergency department. But when it does, it's a real privilege.
Dr. Tim Peterson joining us on the morning show. Thanks so much. We hope you'll come back and see us again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
More of the morning show right after this quick break.
The Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill has something for everyone. They offer a large menu with a variety of meals to choose from, including many Middle Eastern options, along with the everyday favorites. Enjoy live music and dancing, pool table, huge bar and large banquet hall, perfect for your next gathering, wedding reception, graduation party, and more. And don't miss Sunday brunch, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Experience a great night out at the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road in Jackson.
Within the folds of your life, you find the passion and drive to keep pushing forward. Growth comes from continually moving ahead in every stage of life. Count on County National Bank to help with seamless financial solutions. We can act quickly and accommodate your needs, whatever life brings your way. Our local bankers understand our community and your goals.
Let's work together.
Learn more about our personalized banking services at cnbb.bank. Member FDIC.
Now is Extreme's Ram Make the Switch event. Did you know you can custom order a new Ram for less than buying one, and you'll have it in 10 to 12 weeks? Also, have you seen the new Jeep lineup? Lease prices are great this month. Finally, the Extreme buying team would like to purchase your vehicle. Extreme pays top market value. It's easy, safe, and you get paid on the spot. Visit Extreme Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Jackson or online at extremedodge.com.
Oh, yeah.
Collins Brothers Floor Covering has been serving the Jackson community for over 80 years. We specialize in residential and commercial projects and offer a full range of flooring materials from carpet to luxury vinyl. With endless colors, styles, and patterns to choose from, we can complement the look of any room. Quality products at the best value and customer satisfaction are guaranteed when you choose Collins Brothers Floor Covering. Contact Collins Brothers Floor Covering and see how we can personalize your project today.
At Avenue Auto, we'll take great care of your vehicle. Home of the 1995 oil change. We have a maintenance department right on site, staffed with some of the best mechanics in Jackson County. With close to 100 years of experience between our technicians, your car is in good hands. We'll fix it even if you didn't buy it here, and we service all makes and models. Senior citizen discounts and courtesy shuttle services are available. We are family owned and operated for 23 years. Asthma Allergy Centers can help you breathe freely. Since 1980, our board-certified specialists have provided testing and treatment for a wide variety of asthma and allergy-related conditions, including immunodeficiencies and skin problems. No referrals are necessary, and we accept any insurance or no insurance. You can even use our mobile app to check in and pay. Come see us at our Jackson office or one of our multiple offices in Southwest Michigan.
Welcome back to the morning show, being brought to you by Vermeulen's Furniture for 3 generations serving our community. And nicer weather is coming, and that is patio season, and Vermeulen's has a great selection. New pieces arriving daily at Vermeulen's. You're invited to the Summit to Reduce Violence. This is the second effort to gather the community and those with an interest in making all of us live in a safer community. The Summit to Reduce Violence, presented by the City of Jackson, Jackson Police Department, Jackson College, Jackson County Sheriff's Office, and the Jackson County Prosecutor and others. It includes a continental breakfast at the start of the day, a great program featuring guest speaker Dr. Chris Muldy from Michigan State, and so much more. Also, a lunch is included, so plan the day to be at Jackson College next Friday.
With us now is the leadership from Varex. We have CEO Tom Jurasek and COO Andrew Geisel. Good morning.
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 Great to see you guys, and here today for a few reasons. But first, let's get started. Congratulations on you guys will be awarded as one of Michigan Celebrates Small Businesses Best Small Businesses. That's quite the honor.
That's what they told us, right?
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Looks like it's the 19th annual that they've done this.
Okay.
And there's a celebration on May 2nd, I believe it is, up in Lansing at the Breslin Center.
Very cool. So, congratulations to you guys and your team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, some 800 people will gather to honor you and other Michigan small businesses, and we also have in Jackson RJ's Heavenly Delights, RJ's Metropolitan Ice Cream, and the folks at Sealand Air.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So all great companies with great success stories. You're the newest of those three companies. You've just been around for a couple of years. What do you attribute the notoriety, the success? How did you get on the map so fast, Tom?
I think what we did was network, right? So there's a group of within the state, I'd say, companies, nonprofit accelerators, incubators, things like that. So we got involved from the very beginning. We said, let's go to their conferences, let's go to their happy hours, whatever it is, and we sat through most of them, didn't know anyone, and then over time they said, hey, we've seen you here, who are you? And we just introduced ourselves, and we created a relationship. So that's kind of the key to business, right? Relationships. So that's what we focused on little by little, and then over time I think we showed up enough, they had to pay attention to us.
Yeah. So you guys, what you do is you help maximize manufacturing operations or business operations. Talk a little bit about what it is you guys do when you first start working with a company.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we take manufacturing for an example, we'll go in and we look at their operations and what data are they collecting today and what information are they missing as far as their production information. A lot of times that's the direct data coming from the machines itself. So I'm sure you guys have heard of like IoT, which is Internet of Things, smartphones controlling your garage door at home. That's an example of an IoT technology. We do that for manufacturing. So we'll connect directly into the machine itself. And so we're able to pull some pretty crucial data that otherwise was manually captured or really inaccurate at a lot of times.
Do you have an elevator speech? And keep in mind, I'm getting off on the second floor.
we do, yeah. Well, we kind of have two areas, right? So we do the custom data projects. Someone says, hey, I have an HR system and an ERP and accounting and spreadsheets. I want to throw that together and analyze it. Can you help? Yeah, we can connect, aggregate, transform that data into dashboards or information you can do something with. The other side is we take a small piece of hardware, connect it to a manufacturing machine. That helps us get the data out, and that helps different layers of a manufacturer. Maintenance, why are we down? Quality, we have scrap. The shop floor, is the machine running or not? If you got 100 machines, it's always sometimes hard to know if the machines are actually running or slow. And then there's other different things that we can get with that data. So those are kind of the two sides of the house from a double elevator speech.
And you guys have developed your own products, and something new is what we're looking at on the screen right now is Shop Pulse. And folks will have an opportunity to learn about that. You guys are speaking at the Manufacturing Ops Conference on April 24th. I believe that's in Lansing. What is Shop Pulse, Tom? Or Andrew?
Yeah. So that second half of what Tom was talking about, it's a productized version of our ability to go in and provide that information directly off of the machines in the manufacturing shop.
So you guys hook right up to these machines, and is that something that's been done data-wise before? I mean, talk a little bit about that process and kind of what makes it different for what you guys are doing.
The first players in this space really started in 2016, but they didn't really do a lot until about 2019. So it's not a very old technology. You can get some of these automation companies that go in and reprogram the PLCs, and they're more controls engineers. They're more doing that. They don't think as much about what data is coming out. How do we show it? Is it actionable? And is it aesthetically pleasing? So those are a couple of things that we look at. We take our data side, and then now we say, well, we'll just go get the machine data. It's just another data source to us. It's not the data source. It's just one of many. So it's something newer in the last year for us, but it's not necessarily new, but it is in the last couple of years overall throughout from when you're seeing that. So the more adoption rate, it's hard. It's hard as a manufacturer right now to make money. There's a lot of cost increases, and there's sometimes lack of demand, chip shortage, what have you. So the more their machines are running, the more they're making money generally.
Good. Conference you mentioned, a couple of opportunities really in the next few weeks. The Michigan Celebrates Small Business Gala, but we've also got this conference, MFG OPS conference, and you guys are presenting at that?
There's two of them, yep. MFG Ops and then Integrate.
Yeah, Integrate is in Detroit on May 9th, I believe it
Awesome.
is. And then the manufacturing ops is this upcoming Monday, April 24th in Lansing. And so we're going to go a little bit deeper into what all of this means and how it's very intimidating for smaller manufacturers. They hear a lot about Industry 4.0 and all these new technologies, but they don't know how to use it, or is it even important to us or to me? And so that's where we're going to kind of break that down a little bit in detail.
How powerful is it for you guys, knowing you've only been in existence, I think under 2 years, knowing that you're helping change multi-million-dollar companies and the way they operate?
Yeah, it's that's why we're here, is to add value. So I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, good.
And you've got success stories already. You've been able, you can find savings and improvements, reduce downtime. It's an instant result, isn't it?
We do have specific white paper case studies, so to speak, and then we also have a couple of the clients had specific ideas of what, hey, can you add this piece in, kind of like a research and development side.
Yeah.
We said, yeah, let us take a look at it. So right now we're building on to the shop pulse for a couple of clients for one, SPC and quality data, and then two, we're connecting to their ERP to put information back into one of their other systems. So yeah, able to work with them on not only our core product, but some additional benefits that they're finding.
Andrew, how do you define a small to mid-size manufacturer? Is it by revenue, by size?
We like to say kind of by machines, because that's what we look at. So usually anywhere between 10 machines up to a couple hundred is what we're looking at in general.
You actually you work with us. You've got some projects you're working on here at JTV.
Absolutely. So those two sides, right? One a little bit more manufacturing focused. The other really any type of business that has data that's looking at a better way to organize it and understand it and have different workflows. So yeah.
Well, congratulations again on receiving this award. And one more time, if people would like to see you guys, there's opportunities. The next one coming up on Monday, and that will be in Lansing. I'm sure you guys have some plans to be around local. I know you're working with JAMA. Have you planned your summer schedule yet as far as events and speaking engagements and things like that? Not even close.
Not yet.
I think we got through May right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and congratulations on all the success.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Tom Jurasek and Andrew Geisel from BearX. More of the morning show right after this quick one.
Center for Family Health is proud to announce that all 4 of our school health center locations have reopened and are accepting new patients. We recognize the importance of making sure kids have access to medical and mental health care. When their basic needs are met, kids are better prepared to focus on learning and be present in school. Families thrive when everyone has access to quality health care, so patients of all ages are welcome. Parkside, Northeast, Jackson High, and Northwest Health Centers provide primary medical care and mental health services in convenient locations throughout the community. Call us today to make your appointment or for more information. Center for Family Health, opening the door to health care for all.
With over 16,000 completed Sonneborn smiles, Dr. Sonneborn is the most experienced orthodontist in the region. We strive to make each and every visit as pleasant as possible, working towards your dream smile. We take pride in our training, and the care we provide is second to none. Visit our welcoming staff and atmosphere, where we focus not only on teeth, but faces and smiles too. Visit us today at 1415 West Argyle Street in Jackson, or our second location in Battle Creek.
Hi, this is Superintendent Steve Dorr, inviting you to be a part of the East Jackson family. At East Jackson, we're leading the way in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We offer one of the area's best robotics teams, as well as a diverse array of arts and music programs. At the high school level, we're excited to launch the Jackson County Early College. New classroom technology helps our curriculum come alive, and our staff ensures a safe and welcoming environment for your child. Great things are happening at East Jackson Community Schools. To learn more, visit our website, eastjacksonschools.org.
Today's show is brought to you by the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill. They're located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road. They have daily specials, and on Sunday they even offer a brunch in Bloody Mary Bar. Visit enchantedforest.com for more info or to check out the menu.
Joining us now is the Jackson Director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Zoe Lyons. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Zoe.
Good morning.
People might be seeing blue pinwheels around town. We've got a couple organizations that are observing and reminding people that it's Child Abuse Prevention Month, and I know that's a big focus for MDHHS.
Right, absolutely. Our goal is to prevent child abuse from ever happening, so yeah.
It'd be nice if someday we didn't have to have organizations that were dedicated to that. So what is it about the month that, what are the things that people need to know to help prevent child abuse?
You know, one of the things that we've been talking about most, I think, in the last, well, probably just the last couple years, are creating positive childhood experiences. So you've heard us talk about adverse childhood experiences, and child abuse and neglect are a couple of those. And so the new research is out and says we can change the trajectory of our children's lives by creating these positive childhood experiences. And those are really things that every single one of us can do.
And not everyone is, exposed to this, right? So out of sight, out of mind. But you provided some numbers for us. You average monthly about 350 calls, and of those 350 calls, 110 cases are opened. So,
right.
I mean, if we're doing the math, it's significant. Over 1,200 active cases per year in our county.
Right, and that's Jackson. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So we've just done a lot of great work on the prevention side. So most of my career has been spent responding to things that come in. Now we're really focused on the front end. So what are the things that we can do before families come to our attention? Even in our assistance payment side of our business, where we say, let's get your family some food assistance. Let's get them some Medicaid, remove some of the sort of stressors that families can have. And stress doesn't cause child abuse to happen, but we know that when people's basic needs are met, they're able to focus on some of the things like taking their kids to the park, because I don't have to worry about what we're going to have for lunch,
And in addition to preventing and being aware of the prevention community in child abuse, we also celebrate all of those that work hard. It's got to be, oh my gosh, what a heartbreaking job to be dealing with, families where there's child abuse.
Right. Yeah, we have a really great team, and in May we're going to do some more celebration of them as we talk about foster parenting as well. But one of the things that we try to do in our whole community is create a trauma-informed community, and so we do that within my office as well. And so when some of my staff have something more difficult, they sort of wrap around each other and help take care of each other as well. And that's what we want to see happen in our community. We want to see neighborhoods take care of the children in their neighborhoods, churches take care of the children within their churches. And when we can sort of create that in our community, then we're better off as a community.
I think you said this, but I want to repeat it again. 15% of Michigan youth have 4+ adverse childhood experiences. That's amazing, really.
Yeah.
And these are these are big experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times. So.
Yeah, the trauma that we experience in our childhood anywhere, well, frankly, there's historical trauma now, so we know it can be passed down from one generation to the next. So even before we're born, it's what our parents experience is important. And then it affects our brains. And so one of the things that we talk about when we talk about adverse childhood experiences is a mindset shift. You've probably heard me say this before, but sometimes we look at people and I think the immediate thought is, oh my gosh, what's wrong with that person? But we want to shift away from that because we know that our experiences can create our behaviors later. And so it's a more empathic response of, I wonder what might have happened in that person's life that is causing them to respond this way. And it's one of the things that we've taught our staff first, because people come into our office with needs, and sometimes it's hard to walk into my office, and so creating just a welcoming experience is what we want to do.
Are there people that don't realize they're being abusive, that they think they're just being maybe a stern parent?
Oh, I would imagine, yeah. A lot of what we do is education. You know, talk about what's an appropriate disciplinary technique. How can we teach when we correct our children instead of harming them long term? So a lot of what we do is getting involved. And even if we find maybe something didn't happen in the family, we use that opportunity to teach them, and offer parenting classes or therapy, or we get them connected with some of our local organizations like Partial to Girls, which can provide them with some resources. So, yeah, a lot of it is teaching. A lot of it is teaching.
And neglect, that's abuse too. So not keeping the child bathed, or the food, or
Probably a lot of things we don't even consider.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basic needs being met, food, clothing, medical care, those are all the things that we focus on in terms of neglect. Even emotional, our kids need emotional love and support, and so there can be emotional neglect as well. Lots of times these things overlap with things like substance use disorder, mental health issues, other things that are going on. So again, we create these positive childhood experiences, and the one thing I would just really focus on is, and that we think is, caring adults in the life of a child can make a huge difference. Right. So we talk about our teachers and our counselors and our neighborhoods and our aunts and uncles. Like, if you're an adult in this community, find a child and just engage with them and let them know that you care.
I want to talk about quickly calling and reporting. I know you get a lot of calls from schools, but you get a lot of calls from people that, like you said, they care. People, maybe they see something you call, right? I mean, what's that process like? So
there's a 1-800 number that you can call. People can get onto Michigan.gov and just search for it, or I know it by heart, so we can share it. But they just simply make a call. Okay. And the good news is that our centralized intake now is able to send us prevention cases. So again, if it doesn't meet the criteria, they're still sending it to us so we can check in with folks.
A lot of good things happening behind the scenes, that's for sure.
Right.
But if you see someone like a 1.5-year-old wandering in the street by himself, call the police.
Yes. Stop. Help.
Right. Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. We get those calls as well.
So can you give us an example of maybe one of these positive childhood experiences that maybe a family could try today?
Yeah. So this is something the community can try. A positive childhood experience is youth having enjoyment in community traditions. So think about all the community traditions that we have in Jackson. We have so many of them. Are there youth there? That's the question I always ask. Are these for the adults, or do the youth also enjoy it? And is there any way that we can make that youth connection for those community events?
Yeah, and every year there's more and more of those that happen right here in Jackson.
Right, right.
Yeah, a lot of people work hard to put on these kinds of things, so take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all this month, but it's not just this month, it's all the time.
It is all the time, right.
Thanks, Zoe.
Thank you.
Zoe Lyons is the Jackson Director of the Jackson office of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. The morning show continues right after this.
Serving the greater Jackson area for over 25 years, Tamrock's Automotive knows that your life does not come to a halt because of a concern with your vehicle. Our mission is to provide extraordinary service for every customer, every time. We offer pickup and drop-off service, free loaner vehicles, free car wash, and a 3-year, 36,000-mile nationwide warranty on most repairs. And yes, your vehicle will be diagnosed on the same day of your appointment. Our extensive health and safety inspections, our professional technicians, and state-of-the-art technology will ensure that you know the current condition of your vehicle. You can make an informed decision on the repairs made to your car or truck. When your ride is at a standstill, but your life is not, take it to Tamrock's. Automotive repair you can count on.
You need a plumber? From leak repairs to new construction. Grimes Plumbing Company, licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service. No hot water, drains clogged? Call Grimes Plumbing today, proudly serving Jackson County.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
Kelly Express Marts are conveniently located throughout South Central Michigan with convenient hours of operation. We pride ourselves on our fast and friendly service to get you going on your way. We're here when you need us. Full service and fully stocked stores, fresh hot premium coffee, and cappuccino. All Kelly Express Marts are staffed with friendly, knowledgeable people committed to providing the highest level of service. Kelly Express Mart.
You protect your family. Are you protecting your home? Siding is the outer layer protecting your home from the elements. Take a close look at your siding. Is it warping, chipping, or fading? This could mean it's time to replace your siding. Trust your home to the Maze experts for siding protection.
At Runway Party Store, you'll find all of your everyday convenience items, smiling faces to help you find what you need, and daily specials fit for any meal. Visit us today and check out our newly remodeled location on Michigan Avenue, just south of the Jackson Airport.
Welcome back to the morning show. Have you been in Detroit lately?
Yes.
Well, they have an issue that a Detroit City Council person wants to solve. She was in the Plum Market downtown. Have you been in that one?
I haven't been in that one.
Very nice. But she made a salad at the salad bar, went to the checkout, and took out a $20 bill, and they said, sorry, we don't accept cash. We'll take payments by card, phone, even watch, but no cash. So she is bringing to the City Council a law that says you have to accept cash, because so many places in Detroit have gone cashless.
So many places in the country have gone cashless. It's very difficult. You have a pile of cash in your pocket and you want to treat your friends to booze at the ball game, but you can't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what the solution is.
Well, the money says this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. I mean,
I would think that you should be able to take cash. They should have a cash, you should be able to enter the cash, give the cash into the machine.
Well, some people.
I'm with this gal.
I'm
Is
with
it
her
gal?
too. It's Angela Whitfield Calloway.
All right, let's get her on the phone. I would like to sign that petition.
I would have said, just take the salad.
Just take it.
If I was working with it, she went through the salad bar, made it all.
You can't use
up.
cash at the airport. Some airports you can't use cash.
You have to actually put cash into a debit card machine to get a debit card, so you can use that.
Real quick, if you'd like to save money, these things are cheaper since the pandemic. Gym memberships, hotels, I don't think so. Solar panels, until you try and install them. Okay, well, we'll continue on that later. I don't know if any of that's true. Tomorrow morning, John Waldron and Bill Jors from Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, Kevin Oxley from the Jackson County ISD with Mike Smida from Western Schools, and Melinda Long from First United Methodist Church.
Later today, Julie Evers, Christina Robbins, Bethany Stutzman, Abigail Kelly, Everett Pendergrass, Cassandra Coburn, Aiden Metelka, and Brittany Marcia. That starts at 1. We'll see you then.
Today on Food Circus, we're heading to a new local favorite, Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, located on Ann Arbor Road in Jackson near the East Michigan Ave Mire.